There's a time delay. So if you move it, it's going to take a second to catch up.
He didn't want me to win.
Good evening. I'd like to stand for the pledge at this time.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you to the veterans and their families. Well appreciated. Good evening, everyone. I guess we'll get right down to business there. We discussed the alcohol beverage ordinance actually at the work session. So I believe that would have been the first reading. Am I correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So I don't know if anyone has any questions or concerns about the ordinance. The reason twofold. One is kind of simplified it and made a few changes and brought it more up to date. And the other is this ordinance allows for if and when a bottle store may want to locate here in Statham, that we will have the necessary license for them to apply. Any questions? Can I get a motion to approve the alcohol beverage ordinance for Statham?
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor? Unanimous. Second on the agenda is occupational tax ordinance. There again, I believe we did the first reading at the work session. Again, this has been simplified a little bit. It was a crazy formula that if you had 1 to 2 employees, it was this, and then it was like add an employee, and it was like almost like going to a menu at a Burger King to choose from the dollar menu. So I think it was trimmed down and set up a little bit more simple. So and we just recently, as a matter of fact, because we have to go by the old, just had that happen this week, and it really got confusing for the gentleman. So any questions on the occupational tax ordinance? Can I have a motion to accept the occupational tax ordinance as written?
I make a motion to accept the occupational tax ordinance.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor? Unanimous. Third on the agenda is a resolution establishing findings of fact for the variance applications. A resolution that was formally adopted and finding the fact that the city council stated were the basis for the denial of V-20-01 and V-20-02. This basically solidifies the reason for rejecting those variances. Any questions on those you had to use? All right. Do I have a motion to accept the resolution establishing findings of fact for variance applications?
Mayor, that motion will also need to authorize you to sign the resolution.
Okay. We make two separate
It
motions.
can be one, it can be combined as one motion. Motion to approve the resolution and authorize the mayor to sign.
All right, thank you.
Motion to approve the resolution and authorize the mayor to sign.
There's a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Unanimous. All right, presently, we all have in front of us a final plat that was presented for Lakes Estates by Mr. Cooper, who is here. We've had a little bit of time, kind of put him under the gun till he got some of these things corrected and got them from the printer. So he just got them today about 3 o'clock. So some fast work. So, does anyone have any questions on this? I know that he has eliminated 6 lots. Would you care to speak?
If Mayor, if you'd like, I'm happy to take over because this would normally be the time when Jerry White, the city planner, would opine, but Mr. White's unfortunately has a medical condition prevents his attendance tonight. So a quick background why y'all got a new plat tonight. There was a list of several items that needed to be completed that had been out in the ether for some time, that the Pacific Group took care of. They checked all of those 13 boxes, if I'm not mistaken, including the payment of cash bonds, and then presented the final plat to the city. Jerry White's reviewed that plat and observed a number of items that needed correction. Most of them minor typographical type issues, but there was one very substantial one. Specifically, the right-of-way for the roads and cul-de-sacs were originally at 24 feet. And that's not sufficient for the sidewalks and utilities and everything else. And so the Pacific Group, to their credit, on basically 48 hours working hours notice, made those changes, incorporated the what Mr. White's wanted to see, and that is why there's a difference between what was presented to you at the work session and what you're seeing tonight. It's okay, he can hold himself in contempt. So that's why you're seeing something different. And other than that, the Pacific Group, like I said, addressed and incorporated all the changes that were requested by Mr. White's. The only caveat that we would need to note about this plat for tonight's purposes is that Mr. White, because of his medical condition, has been unable to review this plat. And so he emailed me, Mr. Cooper, and the mayor later this afternoon after Mr. Cooper emailed us. And his recommendation is that if the council is to approve this, that it be approved on the condition that Jerry have final say, because there might be a few tiny word changes, but nothing substantive will change. It'll just be a word here, a number there, things like that. Mr. Cooper, do you have anything to add that I misstated? Yes. Trying to consolidate everything that's happened, as you can imagine, orally.
I have a question. We talked in the last work session about your firm adding some sidewalks in front of the development. You know, would connect April Court to the end of the subdivision in the front there. We're missing large sections of sidewalk in our community, and I think if you guys can find a way to get that sidewalk, there's lots of foot traffic, there's lots of pedestrians, there's lots of people walking, and one of my personal goals is to get the sidewalks completed from April Court to Providence, which actually goes into the county. That part of Providence goes into the county, and then it turns right on Hammond, and then ends up back in Broad. So that would be a pretty significant piece of the sidewalk puzzle. If you guys, your firm could help the city put that together. I know it goes up over the levee there. It's, I don't know, what are your thoughts?
Well, and we will be bringing in a green program, together with we can actually look at sending some sidewalks in that area. Some of the initial hesitation that we have is the shoulder conditions, the distance from roads, or certain restrictions from DOT standards, and ADA compliance with a non-curved road to a safe clear zone, which is a traffic pattern issue. With speed limits, it's all information that we're really going to take a look at. Right, what improvements can be made reasonably along that front.
You talking about like that where Hammond Road is too?
No, I'm talking about in front of the Lakes State.
Oh, okay, but you said
So-
you mentioned Hammond.
Are you saying that it's too steep of a drop off, or?
So, without really the exact, typically in a 35 mile, 45 mile zone, when it's not curving associated with the roadway, sidewalks can have to extend to feet from the edge of pavement because it allows, in essence, the car runs off the road. It's got some distance of clear zone travel before it can get to, let's say, a sidewalk. That's in the right. So maybe that there's additional improvements that have to be made beyond just the sidewalk in order to install that, a trail down through there. I don't know what the basis of the looking coming off the dam and distance from the edge of pavement, what all affordable or afforded sidewalk around the area, but it's absolutely something we would take a look at. In conjunction with the security departments that find this, to see what can be like to it now.
So if we can't do it, that's going to be a missing piece.
It's not like it can't be done, it's just a matter of what else has to be done.
I just didn't want to go, I don't want to go any further without mentioning it to you and getting it on the table. I know we've already approved. I'm just kind of asking if you would take a look at it.
Yes, I advise absolutely, our engineer can look at it, because he'd be better to determine what improvements have to be made. So, I'm assuming, if there is a trail along the lake, I'm assuming what you're asking for is completely within the right of way.
Yes.
Yeah, we absolutely will look at it.
If not, I mean, we'd have to go across the road. I mean, it'd be a crossing the road on the other side and then crossing back over. And then it'd be a mess.
It's all right, we are,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's- I can understand the request.
The water and sewer lines have all been tested
Yes.
and passed, and electrical as well, I'm assuming, since.
The electrical is installed. So the kind of Georgia County way like that determination based on a lot of questions and voters are.
What about around the pond? I know there's some questions about the dam and then some of the sidewalk around the pond area.
So we work with Jordan, on all the efforts out there. There are, from my understanding, we've done some cleanup along the dam outfall, just as a continued maintenance, so which will be a continued, effect for us. And as far as the establishment of the sidewalk that is along the dam area, any improvements will be corrected with any adjacent lot construction, associated with that portion of it. I think the last thing, just yesterday, Jordan requested from Friday that we added some additional water services along Providence. That originally the water board was asked to set just because of being a single family detached. We went ahead and installed those six additional.
One of them was the pool area,
Different.
yeah, and there's another one not far from that.
So internally, correct, we did find and relocate some of those that were needed, but we did have to add all of them, because they were down along Providence Road. Since it had to access to the existing water system. So we just went ahead and put in the split services as the request of my part.
Oh, I think, in my opinion, that you all have made leaps and bounds on this. The sheer fact that you deposited the 3 bonds, that's been a stumbling block. So I don't have any other questions. Anyone else have concerns or questions for Mr. Coop? Okay, thank you. At this time, I'm going to ask that the council for a motion to approve final plat conditioned upon the final approval of the submitted plat by the city planner, Jerry Weiss.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll say that.
All those in favor? All those against? Okay. All right. Also, you have, we discussed at our work session, the council had already basically approved the Tree City USA. What you have here before you is a proclamation, which basically you would be giving the approval to sign a proclamation and designate a specific day as our Arbor Day here in the state. Everything else was part of the tree ordinance that was agreed to and discussed. And this was something that Arbor Day Foundation sent to the city through, I believe, Jessica Crowe. Basically, I'm asking for a motion to give me the permission to designate a day for Arbor Day here in Statham and the permission to sign that proclamation. The day I had in mind was December 6th. Our planting season is between November and March. So I just arbitrarily picked December 6th as that day. Anyone have any other suggestions? I'm open.
That's a Sunday. When is that? When is Arbor Day this year?
I think it varies by state.
I think it was already for Georgia. No, Georgia is like in March. If you go by Georgia's, the states declare.
It was February 21st this year.
Yeah.
Next year will be, I don't know if it's been established yet. According to an arbitrary website I just found, it's the 3rd Friday in February. And so whatever day number that falls.
It's, I mean, it can be in November. That's the beginning of your planting season for trees. We can make it this Friday or Saturday, for that matter.
Our planting day is tentatively scheduled for January the 9th. That's a Saturday.
Well, we can make it January the 9th, and that way it'll coincide.
Correct, Gary?
I believe that's right.
So you'd be planning on Arbor Day, if you did that.
Why would you want to do that?
That's what we did last year.
I mean, just.
Any other suggestions? You're saying the day that you plant trees. January what?
Right.
Right. Do I have a motion to allow the proclamation to be signed and set the date for January 9th, 2021?
Make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor? Unanimous? Ninth. Everyone hopefully having an opportunity to review the minutes from the November 5th work session and public hearing.
Mayor,
Yes.
you passed over citizen input.
Oh, I'm sorry. Back it up. Do we have any input from citizens at this time? I wrote over it. Any questions or concerns on the city? All righty, thank you. On to the minute approval. The November 5th, anyone had any questions, concerns, or corrections? Okay. If not, can I get a motion to approve the November 5th work session minutes? The second?
Second.
All those in favor? Unanimous? Thank you. At this time, do we have the need for an executive session?
We do, Mayor.
Okay.
Need a motion to go into executive session. Litigation, discuss potential litigation.
Do I have a motion to go into executive session for potential litigation? Second? All those in favor? Unanimous? I'm not sure.
This here, take this with me.
Let's look at it tomorrow.
I have a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second. All those in favor? Unanimous?
The mayor and the city council of the city of Statham adjourned into the executive session to discuss matters protected and exempt from the Open Meetings Act, specifically to discuss pending or potential litigation. No votes were taken in executive session. Copy of the affidavit and resolution will be included with the minutes.
Do I have a motion to accept?
I'll make the motion to approve the settlement agreement between the city of Statham and Johnny Woods. And reached in mitigation and authorize the mayor to sign the said settlement agreement.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All those opposed? All right, no, if there's nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn? Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Unanimous. Thank you.
Through that side. It escaped.
Thank you.
What is that?
Accept.